This week we're finally going to tackle our rudder mystery. We'll figure out what's going on and see if we can fix it.
Are you listening for something coming, like the Indian?
18 months ago we purchased a hurricane-damaged sailboat with the dream of sailing her around the world. We started documenting this adventure each week for all of our family and friends to follow along. Since then, we've been learning, laughing, and working harder than we ever have in our lives to make this dream come true. Thanks for joining our adventure. Last week, we recovered lots of storage space in our aft cabin by removing the 38-year-old air conditioning unit and tons of ducting.
Loki dehorn.
No, it's Maleficent. Where are we going? What is that?
The king of beers, apparently. King of beers.
You've been doing something I'm not aware of, dear? Oh my cow.
It's unopened, but it is empty. That has got to be dealt with. That's got some corrosion, unfortunately.
Well, that means dropping the rudder. I refuse to go there.
I understand. I'm hoping it's not really that bad, but you never know, it might be.
Luckily, this isn't today's project.
If it looks like that, though, I think it's seeping up and over and running down.
What are those?
It's a hose clamp that's actually broken off, you know.
I'm going to stick my fingers in my ears. Na.
You stick your fingers in your ears and I'll poke your eyes out and then you can't see it or hear it.
Right. After inspecting the inside, we headed outside to try and figure out how far off center the steering ram actually was.
Roughly like that right there. So that's 40 degrees-ish on that direction. Pretty close to 40. So now we'll have to crank it the other way. Let me do the same basic thing and see what it looks like.
After researching, we determined that we need to have 30 degrees on each side of the rudder in order to get good steerage.
It's only 20. So what was the first one?
40.
40 and 20. So if I go back 10 degrees, they're both 30 and 30.
Which is what it's supposed to be.
Which is what it needs to be. So we have to try to figure out how to move it. Now I know this is rough, but it's close enough to know that it's that far different, you know?
See that pile of ropes? Those are dock lines that someone gave us off of a boat that was being crushed. Somebody's going to kill themselves on this. They need to be stored in the lockers that are sitting underneath those air conditioning units. And it'll probably be me. Well,
pretty deep subject. I'm thinking I need a 14. Ah! A 14. Which doesn't fit, so it's a standard thread. Means I gotta go out to the car and get a whole different set, which I actually think is in the van in San Antonio. Oh, let's see if I can find something else that'll work. Yeah.
Oh, you love filming. I have my pet with me. My yo-yo pet. Her name is Twisty.
Twisty?
She can move on her own.
Okay, so this bracket right here, this screw post right here, you can see that it's not centered in the opening. It's a little further to this side than this side. In order for our rudder to operate equally on both sides of direction, this frame needs to move this way 1.5 inches. Theoretically, what I'm thinking is that this was put on upside down.
That's what somebody else had.
Somebody else said that might be. This bolt right here has been ground off, and some punches have been put in to prevent it from spinning off. And so when I actually put a wrench on it,
Yeah.
that it spins. So the nut's not going to come off. I don't know how it's attached. I'm going to have to pull this bracket off and see what happens. So that is loose now from that.
It doesn't look like it's loose.
I know, which makes me believe that that is a stud that's in this that comes through, and they have pinned it so the nut doesn't come off, which means it's non-removable.
So what are you doing now?
Taking the bottom ones off and seeing
Does that
how
help?
much things will move. Probably should have had you turn the thing back though.
Do you want me to have the kids go up and turn it?
Probably, because then I don't have this long bar hanging out on that end.
Liberty! I need you to go upstairs and turn the steering wheel.
Which way?
It'll only go one direction.
Okay.
And then you need to listen for me to tell you to stop.
Okay.
That's probably good.
Okay!
Mommy,
What?
can we listen to music on your phone? I almost slipped.
You can if you plug it in, because it's nearly dead.
Can we watch something?
No. Was steering the boat good?
Why will it only go one way?
It was already turned all the way the
It
other
was
way.
turned all the way on one direction, so you just turned it the other way. At this point, we've realized that we're not going to be able to turn that thing over, and we're going to just have to take off the whole bracket. So what did you just do?
I moved it over 1.5 inches and temporarily screwed it there so that it kind of won't move too much. So we can go rotate it back and forth and measure it and see if it's in the middle.
Okay.
How's that? All right, Liberty. Keep turning. Till it stops. A little faster.
It's awful far.
Is that it? All right.
That doesn't look like it changed anything.
Just a minute.
Shooting video in the boatyard, it can be quite challenging to get good audio due to the machine noises and other people's music playing. We appreciate your patience.
Okay. That's basically 14 7/8. Okay, go the other way until it stops. All right, hang on. All right, that is 11 and
Just a minute!
13.
So it's not enough.
So did we go the wrong way?
No, because it's better.
Is it? I don't know. It's
Yes,
better.
it's better.
Keep going till it stops.
Okay, we made some adjustments. Let's see if it works now.
13 11/16. Okay, turn it the other way. 13.5. I'd say that's close enough.
Alrighty.
Okay, Liberty. Now go back until I tell you to stop. Slow down. Slow down. Keep going. Keep going. Stop. All right, that's good. Pretty close. All right, so we have figured out.
No, you have to look at the camera. Don't do this upside down crap.
We have figured out.
Right.
We have now figured out where to position the ram so that we have equal port and starboard turning on our rudder, which was probably almost 2 inches off of where it was to port. So hopefully we can move. There's a big bracket, bolts through right here and through the side. Got to move that bracket that way, the 2 inches.
So what Todd had done to figure this out was to secure the ram with some wood screws, and then we could adjust it as we needed to until we figured out where it was supposed to be. Now comes the real work. Dang, that's got a lot of bolt holes.
Tied all the way across the top.
And I have a flashlight.
It's not leaning left or right, or
Appears to be fine.
it's pretty good.
Yeah.
So now what I have to do is drill a whole bunch of holes.
I might find that you could do that better from over here. You want me to drill holes?
I thought you said you could do it better from over
I
there.
said you could do it better from over here.
Okay.
You want me to just go straight?
Straight up and down.
Okay. Now down on the bottom?
You haven't gone through yet.
I did. It went all the way through.
Are you going up and down, or are you going sideways? I want you to come up through the floor.
Oh.
I'm videoing that.
I
I'm waiting for it to go up through, and I'm going, where's the drill bit? It hasn't come
went
through.
that direction.
No, I want you to go up and down.
Oh, that's different.
Yes. Yeah, that was crooked, but okay.
Look, I can't see if it's front and back going this way.
Okay, do one more. Alright, now you want to do the other direction?
I did the other direction.
Are you listening for something coming like the Indians used to?
I'm trying to reach this nut. I can't get any, like, won't go. It's just spinning on the bolt, or the bolt is spinning.
Just spinning?
Yeah, I can't get it. Oh, there it goes.
Can you get in a more contorted position? So should we go downstairs and see if we actually did the math right? Now that it's all bolted in and moved over.
If it's not right, I quit.
Okay.
If it's not right, oh well.
All right, go ahead and take it to port. Okay. $13 and 9/16. Okay, go to starboard. 14 and a quarter.
So it's still off by half an inch?
So that's 3/4 of an inch more, so it's 3/8 off center, but
How did we screw that
3/4 of an inch isn't very much. I think it'll be fine.
up? Did we make it? Did we do it?
Well, we got pretty close. We're basically 13 and 9/16 one way to the same point, 14 and a quarter the other way. So a difference of 3/8 of an inch
Each direction.
in the distance of the rudder, which in here actually equates to if I could have moved the ram over 1/4 inch further one way, it probably would have been just about right, or maybe even 1/8 of an inch. So it's close enough for what we have going because there's no fine tuning adjustments on this. It just is what it is.
Oh, well, I don't think I'm going to be able to film much of this because it's just his backside.
Filming my backside.
It's not this one.
Not a good thing to do.
It's the other one that was under it.
Sound
Just a little humor if you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for watching, liking, and visiting our other platforms to give us a comment. We really appreciate all your support.